video I'm going to be showing you how to install a auxiliary input, so aux adapter. In other words, I'm going to be showing you how to install one of these so you can play your own music through an iPod or your phone on a Audi concert. So this is the singled in version. So the one I got it from Dynamic Sounds, great website. They're based in South West London, but they've got eBay page, you can buy online, and yeah, that's the code for it, because it is an ISO type of unit. There are quad lock units as well, so you want to make sure you get this one 001, and it's an ISO unit. So yeah, I'm going to first of all take the radio out, then we'll go from there. So Audi have made it very simple for once. In order to take the radio out, you need these special radio keys. So it's two keys like this, and what you do with that long end facing outwards, you just want to push them in these gaps here. So in these gaps here, you want to push it until you hear a click. So once you hear a click, you know you can move it. See, that side's already out. If you don't hear a click, it's not the end of the world, but yeah, stick it in again. There you go, there's a click, and I can just pull it, and now both sides are starting to come out, and I can actually take the whole unit out. Once you've taken the unit out, what you want to do over here, on the end here, is you just want to push down on this thing here, and that will release your key at the front. Yeah, so once you push down on it a bit, then it will loosen that. So once you've got your keys out, all you want to do is just want to pull the unit out a bit, and then start to unplug all of these connectors here. So there's usually two tabs on the edge, on the ends, squeeze them together and pull it out. Then you're left with two more wires, which is one here, one here. This one has actually got a clip on the bottom, so pull the little clip on the bottom, and then you can pull that out, and this is the aerial that just pulls straight out. Once that's all done, you should have your unit out fully. You can put that to one side, and make sure you've got all the wires ready to start your connections. So yeah, what you're going to do first, you're going to have the units going to come like this in the box. That's the Connects2 box. You've got your little harness here, that's going to plug into the back of the radio. And you've got your phono leads here with the auxiliary adapter. So yeah, first thing you want to do, you want to plug this little harness in. It can only go in one way, so if it don't go in one way, turn it around and it should go straight in. So once that's been pushed in, then all you have to do is make sure that you've plugged, I've already done it, but there's going to be a black part that must plug into the back of the box, and then put your phono leads in as well. And then that's the Connects2 part. This part here, very important. You've got the earth cable, it must go onto one of the screws on the side. So as you can see, there's some screws here. So what you're gonna have to do is actually unscrew one of these, wrap this piece of wire around it, around the screw, and then screw it down so it's locked in place. So it's touching a bit of the metal, so it's touching a bit of earth, so it's an earthing point. Get that done. Yep, so as you can see, I managed to connect the earth cable to this black wire. Managed to connect it here because for some reason the other screws are just too small. This is actually a T10. This is the smallest bit I could have. It's actually a T10. Just get that light away from it. Yeah, so it's a T10 bit, and that bit fit in this. So I just undid it, and then I just connected my earth cable to it, and I've redone it so it's nice and snug, little pull, and it's very sturdy. So that will give me my earth, and without that it will not come on. So yeah, make sure that's done. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to run the cable through this groove here. I'm just going to allow it to come round and hang down here, so I can keep either my iPod or whatever music device I'm going to plug into my auxiliary, keep it down here. So yeah, now all you got to do is plug these two wires back into the radio. You want to make sure that you plugged this thick one into the new red harness, and the black and brown obviously go back to where they came from. Easy. Before I forget, also you want to make sure that this box is somewhere where it's going to allow you to put the radio back in, because as you can see, the radio just slots in here straight. If there's anything in the way, it's not going to obviously go in. So I'd say put the box in first, and then push it down as far down in here as you can. So as far down in there as you can, just get it out of the way, and then you can make sure you plug everything else in, so that way it goes in nice and flush and there's no rattling. So again, this is my setup here. I plug everything back in. I plug my new harness in, my brown and my black connectors. I've got my I don't know what that is, whether it's a rare RDS, I don't know, and I've got my aerial plugged in. So now all I'm going to do, I'm just going to try and throw this box, but gently, because obviously the wire here, the earth wire, isn't too long. So yeah, I'm just going to try and throw this box all the way as far down as I can, out the way, and then slide my radio back in. Alright, so I've pushed all my wires out the way, my little box out the way. Now I've got this wire that I'm running right through that groove here, as you can see, so that way there's nothing tugging on it. The thing is, it's not a very long wire. You can get some adapters off eBay to go in, so a female to a male, just to give it that little bit of extension, but I think that's enough for me down here. I'll be able to keep my stuff there. So all I need to do is just push it in now all the way till it clicks. And I should have a job done. So nice and slowly push it in, and that's clicked, and that's in nice and snug. So now before had to just listen to radio or keep making CDs, which was a waste of money, but now all I need to do is press this should power on, and as you can see, what is that? What is playing there? That's radio, obviously a bit of radio 1. You press CD now, that will play the CD that's in there. If I press CD again, at the bottom it says CDC, so that's CD change, so it's recognised something. All I need to do now is get my little manly iPod, plug the auxiliary at the bottom, and just test that everything works. So remember, because this isn't like a direct USB connection, you won't be able to change it using any of these buttons. All of these buttons here, absolutely pointless. They don't do a thing. All you want to do is have your volume up a bit, plug it in down here, choose your song, and remember you're going to have to operate this from here. So as you can see, it's working. So what I'd do, I'd put the volume on max over here, and then just use the volume here as you would do normally to listen to your music. And I think that's done. So I think it's very good. It allows me to now have music. Before I had to just listen to radio and keep like cutting in and out of advertisements and stuff like that. But yeah, happy with this for only £30. I'll put a link in the description where I got it from. Very happy with the product, and I'll be seeing these guys soon when I do my next double dinners.